live every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick. But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is, you show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the ToddFox Postgame Podcast with your host, ToddFox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is fuck! Hey, welcome into the ToddFox Postgame Show here on Halos in the Infield. Welcome in. It is a Wednesday night. It's hump day. And boy, was it a hump day for your Angels. We'll get all into that. We'll talk about 714 tickets. 714 tickets. 714 tickets is a place to go to get your 10% off of any kind of tickets moving forward. And go to the Apply Now code. It doesn't matter if you're up in Seattle where Eric is. You can get tickets to see the Mariners just by using HITI and the Apply Now code. And 714 tickets will send you your tickets, courtesy of us Halos in the Infield moving forward. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Noble Ale Works. You can get your drinks, and also you can still order your tickets for this Saturday against the Arizona Diamondbacks. We have the pitching matchup for that moving forward. That is going to be probable pitchers for that game. It's going to be magically my fourth time seeing Tyler Anderson pitch. Tyler Anderson will be facing off against Ryan Nelson. Nelson is 4.97 ERA, 4-4 for the Arizona Diamondbacks, 83 innings pitched, 93 hits allowed. But we'll get into that as we move along. But let's talk about what happened tonight. And what happened tonight is shitting the bed. That's what happened for your Angels tonight. They played atrocious, and it's from start to finish. This was not a game that started good for the Angels. Jaime Barria right away put himself down 2-0 right off the bat in the first inning. Again, you didn't see his pitches were flat. Not too much movement on it. Louis Robert, who's had a great month of June, hit his 23rd home run. It was quickly 2-0 after Benintendi had reached base. And then, Mike Trout tripled in Shohei Ohtani after Shohei Ohtani could have scored, but Hasselman held him up at third base. Mike Trout would triple to make it 2-1, and you're thinking, okay, this is pretty good. But then there was a strikeout, and then Brendan Drury came up and singled him in to make it 2-2, and you're thinking, well, wow, okay, so a couple clutch hits in a row, and you now tied the game up. You're feeling good, 2-2. But they didn't last long. Like the Angels season, whenever they can score a couple runs, usually they give it right back. Sabi Zavalia, or whatever you say his name, Sabi Zavalia. The household guy. The guy that you have his jersey in your freaking closet. Well, this guy, he would go deep for the first time tonight, fifth time. And again, this is a hitter that was batting about 140. So along the lines of Jose Maldonado type numbers for the Houston Astros, this backup catcher down the lineup does the same thing. He homers to make it 3-2. Eli Jimenez then homers his 10th of the year to make it 4-2. And then in the, Zach Reimold will double in a runner on Vaughn was on first base to make it then 5-2. And then Andrew Vaughn would come up again after Jaime's long gone. Andrew Wantz came in, and Wantz shit the bed. So after Jaime had surrendered 5 runs, 3 home runs, Andrew Wantz automatically just loads up the bases. So any opportunity for you to get back in the game or try to stay in the game it was long gone because, damn it, dude, a bases clearing double, that would make it 8-2. Angels in a lot of trouble right there, but then all of a sudden here comes Zalva again. Zaleva, whatever the hell you want to call him. He hits his second home run of the game. That would make it 9-2. Then Brandon Drury would clear one over the wall in right center field to make it 9-3. Hunter Renfroe would follow that up with a home run to make it 9-4. Then Brandon Drury would come through to make it 9-5. And you're thinking maybe they have a chance here in the 8th or 9th inning to get a little bit closer and make this a savable game, or maybe even threat to take the lead or tie it. But Zavalia would come through again, and he would drive in 2 more runs to make it 11-5. The Angels would strand the bases loaded, and we'll talk about some of the decisions tonight. Sorry, I have a bit of a cough. The White Sox in the first 5 innings would score 2 runs, 1 run, 2 runs, 3 runs, 1 run. The Angels pitching, for as good as we've been talking about the last few games, was atrocious tonight. Let's go over the White Sox box score. Benintendi went 2 for 4. Anderson went 1 for 5. Robert went 2 for 5 or 2 for 6. Jimenez went 2 for 5. Vaughn went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Sheets had 1 hit. Berger chipped in 1 hit. Reimold had 3, and so did Zavalia. And Zavalia, despite having 3 hits tonight and 4 RBIs, 2 home runs, his batting average rose, and I mean risen, to 168. 168. So, yeah, this guy was about at 140, and he just jumped it up 28 points, and it still sucks at 168. He's not sniffing the freaking Mendoza line. And despite all that run support, 11 runs, 17 hits, they were 4 for 16 with runners in scoring position. Giolito pitched 7 innings tonight, 4 runs, 6 hits allowed, 9 strikeouts, 2 home runs allowed. Middleton came in there and would strike out the side. He gave he did give up a run, but he struck out 3. 12 strikeouts so far for the Angels tonight. That's awesome. For the Angels, how about this guy? A guy that I keep preaching to stop putting the fucking leadoff spot. They do it again. Thank you, Mr. Nevin. Taylor Ward, again, batting 171 before the game at leadoff. They put him right back there in leadoff. And what's even more maddening is Mike Trout again. He has the triple, doesn't really do anything later on in the game. So they take him out when it's 9-3, and they bring in Squid. Not even Moniak, who was a capable outfielder. Up until this season, I've never seen Squid play the outfield. And you're putting him in center field. What is the love obsession with Taylor Ward and Squid? There is no reason that he should be on this team, first off. And second, you have Moniak on the fucking bench. And you wasted an out because Velasquez came in on 3 pitches and proceeded to strike out. And just shake his head and be like, oh, well, I'm good. All the way he's walking towards the bench like, because that's all he ever does in the box. If the fans really turn down the volume, or there's a way to mute the audience, everyone's quiet. Every time Squid gets in the box, it's a resounding aura. Because that's what he is. Just one bag of hot air and a piece of shit. Ohtani went 3 for 5. He had 2 strikeouts, but he had a triple, no RBIs. Nobody, he couldn't knock anybody in because nobody was in ahead of him. Because we have a sucky-ass leadoff hitter. And Trout went 1 for 3. David Fletcher, since being called up, has been serviceable. 2 for 4 tonight. Eduardo Escobar got a hit, but he struck out twice. Theis struck out twice. He's like, bro, I can't see the ball much more because I'm not playing every day. Nevin hasn't been playing me. So he's not playing, so he's not really in the groove like he was prior. Brandon Drury had a nice game, though. 3 hits in 4 at-bats, including a home run, driving in 2. But Moustakas, he had the hat trick, 3 strikeouts tonight. So not really good for him. Moniak had a chance with the bases loaded, but it's kind of hard to make an impression when you're sitting on the bench for 8 innings. When you should have gotten in there, you should have started. Again, what's the excuse, Nevin? It was a right-handed pitcher. Why do we have to go back to the Ward experiment? Can we just go with Moniak? If you don't want to play him versus lefties, play him versus a fucking righty and leave Ward out of the leadoff spot. My God. And then getting to the pitching was terrible. 3 innings pitched. By far, Jaime has been good all year. I'm not going to shit on him. Every starter has a bad start, but he definitely had a bad one tonight. He wasn't fooling anybody. 5 runs, 7 hits allowed, all earned, 2 walks, and he gave up 3 home runs. Andrew Wentz wasn't much better. I've never liked this guy since the Seattle series. Again, he's the one over there apologizing to Wanker. I'll never forget that. Apologizing for beating a guy. You were told to bean the guy. Throw a fucking punch, grow some huevos, and he should have knocked Wanker out. Instead, he's like, I'm sorry. Oh, keep yelling at Nevin. What a douche. He should have been DFA'd right there. 3 hits allowed tonight, 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He sucks. Bachman looked good in relief in an inning. Loop was just loopy. And Davidson proceeded to say, hey, you guys got back in the game. Let me take you right back out. He surrendered 2 runs. He sucks ass. Another guy shouldn't be on the team. I think between right now with Wentz being called up due to injuries, he should be gone. Loop should be gone. Davidson should be gone. Where are you, Moore? We need more back. We really do. Pathetic performance tonight. Again, I call it 3 out of 4. But damn, tonight's game was not what I expected. I expected them to lose, but not this bad. And it sucks because, you drop, I'm not worried about the wild card. I mean, right now, because I don't want the wild card. I want the division. But when you fall back now 6 games, Detroit helped you out in the first game. You gained a game. But Detroit's proceeded to get blown out the last 2 games. So you needed this one. And you're definitely going to need tomorrow's game. And this was a tough one tonight. I mean, I hate taking one on the chin. And that's exactly what they did. They played pretty shitty all night tonight. There was just no fight in them, no fire, other than them just giving up runs, and it just was, they had a chance to get on a winning streak, and it's not there, man. Not tonight. You just wanted them to do it, right?
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
Yeah, we got to do it, Shia. We just ain't doing it right now. Moniak was dealing with a hip soreness, so he didn't start, but Ward shouldn't lead off. I totally agree with that. I mean, they could play anybody else. But see, before supposedly Moniak had that hip soreness, supposedly, because I'll keep saying that, who was in center field in that 25-1 game? Dumbass Squid there too. So, again, I'd rather see Renifo out there. Why the fuck are we playing Squid, dude? I can't stand. When I saw him enter the game and Loop enter the game, I'm like, oh, yeah, we're throwing in the towel. We are definitely throwing in the towel tonight. Like, there is no comeback. I mean, there is just no comeback whatsoever. It's pathetic. I can't stand it. It's pathetic. Let's get into the Stamos Award tonight. I think it's safe to say that we're not going to see any angels for the John Stamos Award tonight. John Stamos Award does not deserve to go to an angel tonight. And I would have to agree on this one. I'm gonna give it to a guy who is batting a robust 168, and I'm gonna give it to Seby Zavalya. This catcher came in batting. I don't know what the fuck he is. He has career regular season of 215, and he came in about at 140, and he jumped his average up or 150, something like that. At least 18 points. He only had, before tonight's game, 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. He now has 6 home runs and 15 RBIs. He came through big time against the Angels. In his last 15 games, he's actually put together his best stats. But, yeah, that was pretty pathetic for him to come up. He gets your Stamos Award. I'm not giving it to freaking the pitcher. I'm not going to give it to a couple other players. Screw them. I think it's pathetic that, again, the Angels make a number 9 hitter look amazing. We've done that all freaking year. All year. Besides not scoring with runners in scoring position, we've made number 9 guys look like golden Stamoses every night. So let's get into the Nacho night.
All the chips, all the cheese, all the refried beans, all the onion and tomato and the guacamole, all the beef and jalapeno and the sour cream, all the nachos.
The Nacho night for the worst hitters or worst player on the team, or in the games, I should say. There's so many to pick from tonight. I mean, Andrew Velasquez is always an honorable mention, but the way the pitching was tonight, I'm going to have them share some nachos tonight. We're going to have a big bucket of nachos, like those Home Depot nachos, that we're just going to pour some stale cardboard nachos with a little bit of the pico de gallo that you leave outside all day so it's warm. And it doesn't have much juice left. The juice is dried up, so we're going to pour that over the top. We're going to take some 7-Eleven chili, kind of, the one that's been brewing for about 2 nights. They haven't replaced the bag they put in the machine to keep it warm. We're going to spread that over the top, and then we're going to take some nacho cheese that's sort of not 100% cheese and pour that over the top. And then we're going to put some jalapenos, the ones that aren't not the ones that come out of the can, but the ones that are like super, super spicy you get at the really good Mexican restaurants that give you instant heartburn and fireball diarrhea. Yeah, that's the ones we're going to put on these nachos for Taylor Ward, who goes 0 for 5 tonight with 2 strikeouts. He looks pathetic in the box. He does not deserve to be playing right now. Jaime Bieria, I hate giving him these nachos, but, man, he just pitched atrocious tonight. And I like the guy. I really do. I like what he's been able to do for us all season. But, man, you got to get some nachos. And fuck Wentz. Fuck him. He's got to go in there too. Again, I have no respect for someone that's not going to stick up for your brethren, for your buddies. And until you stick up for your buddies, at least Rendon can throw a punch with a cast on. He can grab a fan. He can get in your face. He can, whatever. At least Rendon's got that for him. We all know what we think about Rendon, but at least he could do that. And Wentz, again, I keep going back to that. Bro has no heart, shows no emotion, and you don't stick up for your friends in a fight, your teammates. Screw you, dude. He shouldn't be on the team, and he gets the nachos just for that. I don't like the guy being called up. I think we could have gave it to someone more deserving as far as the spot for the pitching spot in the bullpen, because I just really hate me some Wentz. Hunter checks in with bro. Oh my God, this game was horrendous. Grillmaster says we freaking suck. Drinking game, Dan Rio says. Jesus says MLB or Man Angels get whooped today, and then we wanted to sweep. Eric checks in with, hey, everybody. DFA Squid for existing. I agree. Justin Option says, what the fuck? Trout left early and Ohtani played until the end. Come on, balls, and Mike Trout. And that's the – I can't stand when they took him out because you never know. They could have – what if they would have crept up and lost because we had Squid in there?
I was pretty cocky.
I want balls and
Mike Trout. Jaime Bieria showed that his true colors, like Cyndi Lauper, he's back to being fucking awful. Wow, he doesn't like him. DFA Phil Nevin. Joseph says, I guess it was Giolito's audition. Yeah, because that's what a few of you fans are saying, that he might come here. Coaching, sorry, choking tonight. Grillmaster says Jaime didn't have it tonight. He sucks. Oh, here we go. Elvis ToddFox in the building. Oh, let's see. We're gonna lose tomorrow because of Sandoval, and that would be a shame too if we lose a series tomorrow. After jumping off to a good 2-0 start, thinking we were gonna sweep, it's gonna be a shit show. I really want to win tomorrow. I really do, especially after tonight. DFA Phil Nevin, the whole Angels training staff and coaches. Eric Ward checks in with Jaime needs to be back on the blow pen and Wants needs to be DFA'd. And why the fuck is Ward still playing? The definition of insanity is Angels baseball. And I don't get it either, man. This guy should not be up there hitting, especially leadoff. He's terrible. No confidence in the box and just continues to get a free pass in left field. At this point right now, I'm officially on record for saying, give me some Joe Adell. Give me some Joe Adell every day in left field until we trade him. Hey, Elvis. I mean, Todd. Oh, I'm your teddy bear. Oh. Let's see. Hello, London, my friend, or Landon, my friend Landon. What about your boy Ward? Todd, they need to let him go. They sure do, Caesar says. The game was so bad you grew hair. Yeah, now I'm going to pull it out. See, Donald says we better win tomorrow because the next stretch makes me extremely nervous. You know what? You can't even tell anymore. Like, I used to look ahead and say, well, we got this kind of a month going on because we still can win 15 games to finish this month. But and we have a couple opportunities to do it. But damn, dude, like for real, like we have some games coming up that are going to be tough. And right now, I'm just thinking one game at a time, man. Just one freaking game at a time. Brian says, we should see this coming. Jaime was good longer than expected, but today was the day he broke. We'll win the series tomorrow if Sandy can keep it together. And what scares me is a day game for Sandy. Sandy does not pitch good in day games, and unfortunately, he's gotten quite a few day games lately. Let's go, Halos Pod says Nevin pulled Trout because of the score, but left Ohtani in. He's been getting no rest lately. Then Phil puts Squid in the game and leaves him in when the Angels start making a run. Exactly, and then the thing is, too, you're going to put him in knowing he sucks ass. And then what's the first thing you do the next time Velasquez comes through the lineup? You pinch hit for him. You should have never had him out there. He is literally the definition of easy out. Moniak makes an appearance in the ninth inning. He should have been in the squad earlier, or Squid earlier. Holy cow, Todd, his hair. Philosophy, love the hair. Better says philosophy at its finest. Exactly. Philosophy has killed it. Let's see, but Todd, you don't get it when Ward has been pretty solid in the last past 20 games at leadoff. That's what I've been seeing on Twitter. You know, I got to say something. It's your boy. If you look at Twitter and who's on Twitter, it should tell you something. It's knee-jerk reactions. It's Halo honks. It's people that really don't know sports in general and just like to go on there and be like, do not talk trash about my team. Because the guys that are on Twitter, if you say Taylor Ward sucks, you get this.
Anymore. I just can't. And they can fire me if they want, but I can't sit around and listen to negative phone call after negative phone call. If you're a so-called Angel fan, if you're a Halo honk for life like me, then shut up with,
Nevin's got to go.
It's this guy's fault. It's that guy's fault. Forget it. Let it go. We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Season starts tonight, guys. Remember, it started last night, too. We were 1-0. Now we're 1-1, and now we're 0-0. So it starts tonight. Opening day, baby. Tomorrow at the Big A at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, whenever they're starting. It's the opening day. Expect to see the American banners all around. It's opening day, baby. Back at it tomorrow. The season starts tomorrow. Let's see. EQ says, hey, Todd, can you tell me your hair products that you're using? I need those products you are using for my dad's hair. You grew hair faster than I saw the Angels be in second place at the end of June. Yeah, I know this is obviously a wig. I wish I could grow hair like this. It's like the only place I could probably grow hair like this is my ass. Jim says Rico Suave on the microphone tonight. Silent E says, in what fucking universe is it okay to replace Trout with Squid of all fucking people instead of Moniak? So much emotional damage. Exactly. We don't even buy win when we have that.
Emotional damage.
The Matty Matt says the farts. Also, Ward shitting the bed tonight, too. Trout has no shame. Just don't play if you always think you're going to get injured. Exactly. And by the way, Trout didn't play the other night. So why is he so tired not to be in there again? Maybe that triple tired him out to where he had to leave early. If Squiddy Poo comes in tomorrow, I'm booing so loud, Vetter says. Eric Ward says, I watched the game on my way home, stuck in gridlock, fucking torture all the way around. Boy, oh boy, that is worse than traffic. Todd Stables choked on your hair.
John Stamos choked on me.
Also, Ward is the type of guy I want to punch in the face, Ryan says. The guy for me was Turner, Justin Turner for the Dodgers. I don't know what, and he's on the Red Sox now. I don't know what it is about him. I just want to punch him in the face. Like, it would make me feel so much good inside. Like, the world would be a better place if I could punch Turner in the face. And I think that's the same thing with Squid. Todd Stamos on the mic tonight. I know I got to do the little guitar. See, we need a DFA Davidson, but we've been saying that for a while, and Loop. That's just depressing but true, Matt. Let's see, we already read that one. Ward should never lead off ever again, but watch, he'll be in the lineup tomorrow. Otani and undecided about participating in the Derby. That boy, if he goes into the Derby, kiss our second half goodbye, because that's what happened last year. EQ says, I think they were having some fun with the whiskey that Artie Moreno gave them in the dugout and bullpen and started seeing John Stamos give the awards to the entire team. You mean this guy?
The best looking guy to ever walk the face of the earth. John Stamos.
Eric says, Squid always looks like he farted and realized he shit his pants. Yeah, I think, if you could sum up basically his entire career in one soundbite, I have to find it right here. Squid soundbite, it would be something like, let's see, that a little bit, but I think if you had to sum up his career, because it kind of goes a little while, it would sound like this. And see, every time he comes in the game, I'm like, to Nevin, I want to yell,
You son of a bitch.
Come on, all right, everybody. That's what I'm talking about, guys. We've made a great effort so far. Let's just keep it up.
That's right! We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've come too far. There's too much to lose. We've got to keep our composure.
And we didn't keep our composure tonight because if you heard our boy on the mic tonight, again, Randazzo, he's usually good, but again tonight in a 9-2 deficit, he was already like, hey, Gooby, guess who pitches tomorrow? Patrick Sandoval. And then it's like, dude, we still got innings to play. He's like, well, if they don't come back tonight, we got to try to win 3 out of 4 with Patrick Sandoval on the bump tomorrow. Hey, Erica, what's going on with Squid down in the dugout? Well, Squid told me. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. Angels took a fat L tonight. Exactly. I hate the Angels. EQ says, just kidding. Messed up his swing, Big 20 said last year. Trade Ward, honestly, tired of seeing him play. I am too, Alex. Let's go. Velasquez gets nachos all day, all nighty. He's gonna be in there when I make that picture for later. He's definitely getting an honorable mention, although he only had the one at bat. DFA Squid, DFA Squid, DFA Squid. Dan's trying to talk it into existence. Squiddy Poo should just get nachos every night, regardless if he plays or not. Squid needs to be launched out of a cannon over the 57. EQ says, give me nachos. Taylor Ward for what? A bag of Doritos? He can't hit. He does suck so bad right now. He's terrible. Let's see. Also, the pico will be fresher. Trust me, I'll add serranos to it. Tostitos nacho cheese. Jaime, not Jaime. Let's see. Wentz is a useless piece of shit, soft-ass scrub. I agree. Also, Grillmaster says, Todd, Anna wants to know, are you dressing like the clown Saturday? Yes. The Halo honk will be in full effect, but not for the tailgate. Right after the tailgate's over, Steve Leese is going to be putting on the makeup for me, and I will be honking it up inside the stadium, but not outside. It'll be too damn hot, dude. It's going to be like 86 degrees, but we'll be in the shade because we got canopies and we're going to be under the big A. So we'll be shady, a little bit windy, so we should be all good, you know. So I think you know, for the most part, we'll be good for the tailgate, right?
Oh, good for you.
Well, thank you. It's going to be nice. Also, Mateo says, hopefully we can win tomorrow's game so we have some sort of momentum against the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks are not going to be an easy team to beat. The Zebras, Anna and I saw at the LA Zoo today, were better than Squid. Well, obviously, I bet you if we are in contention, Squid will be on the bench. I hope he is. We should. Well, as long as he's on the team, we're not in contention. Where the fuck did you get the hair come from? Let's see. July will be a tough month. I don't know about getting 15 wins in a month with only 23 games. That's going to be tough, Silent E. Imagine Roger Lodge as the Angels manager. Oh, my God. It is a wig, Hayes. It is. I wish it was real, but it's not. It's your boy says, you aren't wrong, to be honest, Todd, about Twitter. I laugh a lot. Silently, I've been unfollowed by mutuals I thought were cool because I feel this team needs so much more work to be fully convinced me that we're a playoff threat. You literally... You have to be in the not the minority. You have to be in the majority. You have to follow the narrative, and you can't have anything that's remotely harmful or is going to offend anybody on Twitter. That's why I'm not on Twitter. That's why Halos in the Infield's on Twitter, but run by Fernando. I can't do it. I just can't do Twitter because if you think there's honks on any other social media or on YouTube or anything else, they have honks up their ass. I mean, they are worse than Roger Lodge. They've all been groomed by him, and they're worse because they're a descendant of a descendant. They're a clone of a clone. They're terrible. Don Hammond says, I wish Luis Robert was a Halo, one of my favorite players. He's really like that. He's really cool. On my Ward, Taylor is horrible and not well tailored. Jeez, this guy. Don says he definitely deserves a start, not over Trout. I never voted Trout for All-Star. I'm not biased just because he's on my team. When we want Joe Adele hitting, we know we are fucked. Don says he can deserve it all. Trout needs to be in the Derby. It might fix his swing. Little Wayne says, yeah, I could have the reverse. IE says Justin Verlander needs to be punched in the kisser. That's another douchebag. Mateo says, did you see Domingo Germán's Perfecto? Yes, I did, but it's against Oakland, so does it even count? Eric says the shit sound effect is longer than Squid's last at bat. Yeah, Angels Twitter idiots are the worst. Just nothing but honky fans that never keep it real. Positive patties always. And you know the only time that I actually got on Twitter to actually follow somebody or see what would happen is that whole debacle with Rocks. When they ruined their page and they had to rebrand before they rebranded and they were all racist to Ohtani. I was loving how just everybody just crushed them, and rightfully so. And that was like the only reason why I would log into our Twitter. Cause I was like, hey Fernando, what's the password? I want to see what they're saying. Because they weren't doing it because they're not active on the other social medias. So I had to go over there to Twitter, and I was enjoying the comments. But again, Twitter loves to cancel people, so I knew that there was blood in the water. And the people that loved to cancel, even though they were not super Halo honks, but they were right there to just be like, you know what I mean? Like they started inviting in Japanese Twitter, and they were bringing like all the fire that they possibly could. And I'm telling you, those are some outstanding comments. Those are great. Those guys got exactly what they deserved. But that was the only time I've ever enjoyed myself on Twitter. Anything else, I'm like, man, this is a shit show, man. I can't stand Twitter. I can't stand it at all. I'm always like, whenever someone wants to say, hey man, you want to go on Twitter?
How dare you?
No, I'm out. Let's see. Yeah, the Angel. I already read that one. Wayne Randazzo and Gooby were also talking about Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, that was awesome. You know it's filler when they start talking about shit like that, dude. Like, you know, they don't even care about the game. We will lose. Sandoval sucks unless Fat Lance is that bad. Well, Lance does suck, dude. And I'm telling you, if the Angels don't hit home runs tomorrow, I'm going to be disappointed. Because I'm actually in the mode of Bally's. I'm going to be wanting to see them say, hey, did you check out that home run by Trevor Drury? Because they get so excited, they stumble over themselves. So when they say it, sort of like, oh my God, in the fourth inning, he hit his fifth one. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of that tomorrow because, again, last time in Chicago, Lance Lynn was like throwing underhanded, and they were hitting home runs all the freaking time. The Angel hitters were like, and they were finding the pitches right down the middle. Too many hate what I have to say. Laugh out loud. I don't give a fuck. I woke my son up screaming, what the fuck would Six Velasquez pitch hitting? All they could do even after that shitty loss was talk about Ohtani. It's so fucking pathetic. Exactly. I guess with 8 arms and a mouth, Squid could get pretty busy to keep his career going. That's probably why he's gotten it going. Yeet says, Todd, who are your top 3 players you're keeping your eyes on for the Angels to trade at the deadline? I'm really liking Bieber, and not the Justin Bieber one, but the Shane Bieber. Corbin Burns, only if but Milwaukee's right there. I mean, like, I don't know. They're underperforming. Stroman, I know a lot of people don't like him, but, dude, I mean, but the Cubs are right there, too. If they were to be falling out a little bit more, I'd say okay. Right now, anyone on the Mets is, like, open. Like, Epler is actually trying to trade some of those guys. So, look at the Mets. I don't look at anyone on here on the West Coast other than, you know, a couple people that could become available in San Diego because we got to see if they're going to throw in the towel. But if you had to say 3 players, I know I rambled on a little bit, but it'd be Goldschmidt, it'd be Burns, and Bieber. I mean, those are my top 3 right now. Trout, Ohtani, Drury, Estevez most likely are locks for the All-Star game. We'll see about Drury. He'll be a good bench piece. Diamondback's going to whoop the Angels. I think everyone knows that. We're not on the level. Period. Mark my words. Well, I hope you're wrong, at least for Saturday. I want to see them win. Todd, where's the tailgate at? Demetro wants to know. It's going to be under the Big A. So look for the Big A, and you'll see our banners. You're going to probably see Kroom Dog, a banner for his stuff. You're going to see a Halos in the Infield banner and a 714 Tickets banner. I'm going over there tomorrow to pick up the banner for 714 Tickets from their place. And I'll have some stuff to give away, a lot of stuff to give away. So come one, come all to the goddamn tailgate on the 1st. Roberto Christian says, Todd, you're the best. I dig your analysis on the Angel games. Thanks, buddy. Hey, I appreciate you too. I appreciate everybody that comes on here because, again, I'm nothing. The page is nothing without you. And all of us, we appreciate you guys listening in or watching our podcast. And also just, you know, checking out the pregame show with James. Again, if you haven't done that, he's top notch. He's going to be giving away some swag soon. So, yeah, I don't know why I keep saying swag. I don't like that term, but, cause if you know where it comes from. But no, I'm just saying as far as memorabilia, stuff like that, like there's a lot of cool stuff where like literally a tailgate's going to, run us into the second half of the season where we're going to be doing a lot of different things. Come All-Star break, we're going to change up a lot of shit. So, and look for a lot more cool stuff we're going to be producing and also giving away and stuff like that. So just be on the lookout for that. So I appreciate that, Roberto. Johnny says, got my tickets for Saturday last minute, but I got them. Where is the tailgate section? Tell me again. And where do we get the tacos? It's all going to be in one place. We're all going to be in one place under the Big A. You'll see us. We're going to be giving, you know, you show us your ticket thing from 714, and you automatically get to eat as much tacos and drink soda and freaking have helmet nachos if the helmets get here on time. They might be those box ones that the hipsters use at those what is it called, gentrified restaurants. We got a bunch of those. Those can hold a gang of nachos. And again, we're going to be piling on the toppings, so you're not going to get chintzy arty nachos. And then the tacos are going to be hella good. You pick the meat you want. And we might fry up some quesadillas too. So there you go. So it's going to be fun. Again, you just got to bring your own beer. You get your shirts, you get your Thunder Sticks, and you walk in there and get your freaking your bobbleheads, and then you come over to Noble L, and hopefully you guys, or a few of you, can still hang out afterwards and grab a beer with us afterwards. And just drink responsibly. But there's going to be some deals over there at Noble as well, which is just a 10-minute walk from the park. But we're going to be under the Big A, and you should be able to see us there. If anyone has any problems locating us, I don't know why they would, but if they do, just message us. We'll definitely get back to you, but we should be easy to find. When Squid came into the game, I heard Pac-Man sound. Well, exact. You mean you heard? Let's see, where'd it go? You mean you heard this one? That should be his intro when he comes out there. Twitter freaking is trash. Otani's will hit 3 home runs tomorrow. Let's see. Also, I'll see you Saturday, bro. Cool, Dimitro. Everyone, please come out and freaking introduce yourself so I can put a face to the names here. It's your boy says Blake Snell is probably on the trading block soon, and if the Padres are playing, dude, I'm telling you, Darvish might be there too. There's some good pitchers that are going to be there. Arizona Snake team. Hold on, no phone calls yet. Again, you guys always love the false start. I'm gonna start throwing flags, man, because I can see who's jumping the gun. It's usually Landon and Big 20. Flag again on Big Hammer. I'll say when you call in, man. Damn. Let's see. Also, can we have a Roger Lodge and James tonight? Well, Roger Lodge tomorrow's gonna be like, well, yeah, the season starts tomorrow. Well, it started earlier because it's after, I'm doing the post-game show, and it was a day game for Lance Lynn and Sandoval, and, the other night didn't count on Wednesday. It only counted on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. That's all it counts. But, I can't really do a future one because, say, for instance, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and I know Roger Lodge is not going to come on before. He's going to come after the game, and then he's going to probably try to spin it positive no matter what. So I don't know exactly what he's going to do tomorrow, but he's definitely going to try to talk it up, But we're all going to say a collective,
Come on, don't bullshit me.
because he's going to bullshit you. You think a certain someone lost his mind when the Ducks drafted Fantilli tonight? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were pretty excited. I'm pretty sure you were pretty excited. Since we might trade with the Mets, how about Nevin for Showalter? I don't know. I think Showalter's lost that team too. But the Ducks did get a good pick tonight. When Domingo Herman pitches, the camera should focus somewhere else. Hey, did you know that Renfroe homered? Cue Bally's. And where is Bally's? I'm trying to cue it. There it is. Todd, will see you Saturday. Cool, Grill Master. Did you know Otani won yesterday? Cue Bally's. Hey, guys, just ignore the fact we're getting our ass kicked tonight. False start offense, 19, 5-yard penalty, first down. Let's see, false start on Landon. No, it wasn't Landon this time. It was our boy, Big Hammer. It was this guy right here.
I'm so wasted.
Also, Dimitro, I like the pick. Leo is a stud. Also, Giolito was very good tonight. He was tough to beat most times, but he does give up some home runs, and I know it gave you some emotional damage, but we haven't exactly been winning all the way through yet, so it was...
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now you can call in. Oh, you ignored one of my comments. You know what I mean, bro. I got you, Don. Let's see. Sorry, my bad. I thought you said we can call in. Well, now you can call in. 562, or not 562, 714-598. See, I don't even have to say the number. What's up, Hammer?
Hey, Todd.
Gnarly.
What's going on?
So, dude, I'm sorry I called in a little early. I was at the beach at a bonfire. I thought I could call in, but my bad.
No, you're good.
Yeah. But I went to a dance party tonight. It was pretty fun. And then I played dodgeball on the beach tonight. My team won. And then tomorrow I'm going to get a new electric bike. And then Friday I'm going back to the beach and partying on Friday night. And then Saturday we're partying at the tailgate. And then Sunday break, Monday break right before 4th. And then Tuesday hit it hard with 4th of July. Oh, yeah.
Do you ever I mean, you got to find a job where you can party. You know what I mean? Because it seems like that you're really, really good at that. There should be a college for that.
Yeah. Well, maybe after I go to community college for 2 years, I'll go to a college where there's parties every weekend or something like that.
Yeah, you should probably do that because
like Arizona or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you go to Noble Ale Works, obviously they're not going to serve you alcohol. But I want you to go to one of their cute waitresses and tell them, hey, I'm Big Hammer. Don't ask me why they call me Big Hammer. Kind of like leave that thought in her head and then be like, I'm so cool. Just be like, I'm so cool. I don't even want alcohol. I want a Shirley fucking Temple. And you better put extra cherries on top. Be forceful.
Whoa. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm not driving this year, so I'm not. I don't make the call after the game, but we'll see if I come to the Noble Brewing after the game. We'll see, because my mom's gonna come, so I'm like, she might want to go home, but we'll see.
Yeah, check it out. We can meet Mrs. Hammer.
Yeah, but maybe she'll let me take the train or something home that night, or Uber home or something. We'll see.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, we'll see. But other than that, I'm gonna party all weekend and party on Tuesday and get ready for the 4th. And go Angels, and hopefully we can win the series tomorrow.
Let's do it. All right, Hammer.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Later. Let's see. It's surprising, to be honest, because you guys call the honks out. You know, as far as can someone check to see what Trout knows? Well, it's because I don't really care about what the honks think, to be honest. It's the Halo honk line.
First time, long time, and I don't know how to follow that. I mean, hey, Todd.
Do you watch Shirley Temple's Little Boy too?
You know, to be honest with you, I've never had one.
Oh, you're missing out, bro. You're missing out.
Yeah, I have no clue what it is. I just heard cherries. I'm like, okay. Hey, man, the road game, man. It's a miracle, huh?
The what?
The road game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, dude. I mean...
I'm like, man, is that Elvis? Is that Prince?
It looks good, though, man. I mean, it's a nice-looking wig, dude. You'd be surprised what you can get off of Amazon.
It looks legit. Yeah, I thought it was, John Stamos himself or, Bruce Springsteen from the Dancing in the Dark video. I thought that was you. I thought that was Bruce Springsteen himself.
I don't have that voice, though. I just don't.
You know what I did today, Todd?
What'd you do?
I worked today, and then I went to the hospital for about 5 hours, got all sorts of vaccines and medicine, and then I went to the beach.
Mm-hmm. Did you surf?
Oh, no. I'll break my fat ass will break every surfboard going out there. No, I ain't going. Even the boogie board, I ain't going to do that. They're going to want me to throw me back in the water. That's for sure.
Oh, okay.
No, man. Hey, it was a long-ass day, working in hospital and just sitting there. And I'm like, am I going to do the pregame show or not? Anyway, I was able to get home and do that. And hopefully everybody can watch it early tomorrow before I go to work. The game at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and hopefully Sandoval can get off the schneid there, and Lance Lynn can, serve up some dingers. I always heard Steve Stone mention Lynn on the radio earlier this year, saying, man, he needs to have a salad sometimes. And I know you cannot do that here in this Angels market, but we can, but nobody else. Everyone else is afraid to say what Steve Stone said, and that's why I like the Chicago, fan base, where it's like, hey, we can say whatever we want about this team and rant about them, It's just great. But when you look at Lance Lynn, you'll see me, you'll see Lance Lynn, the body type at least, tomorrow. Man, hey, you got to give the flowers to Giolito tonight. He did well. With Jaime, man, it seems like he's tailor-made for a long relief spot, and that's where he's fit, well. I remember his last appearance before tonight. He had those 3 innings in Kansas City that kept the ball team in the game. Mm-hmm. I really want the Angels to go out. You got all the offensive help you really need. I really want the Angels to trade for some starters and relievers to solidify both. I would love to see that. I know Adele, Ward, Davidson, Squid. These are all players that people maybe don't want, but somehow you have to, convince other teams to go get them.
Well, I mean, if you gotta hold on to one, you know what I mean? Like, I would have Ward, but I'd keep him as a 4th outfielder. I would not start this guy anymore until he can get something, like make him freaking get his shit together instead of just giving him a free pass. I think that's what Angel fans are so upset with, is he just keeps getting thrown out there, and he's obviously not producing at the leadoff spot. And the 2 guys that are most important for driving in runs never have anyone ahead of them because he never gets on base. So
I when I saw that today with Ward leading off, I was like, what the hell? And I said it on camera too. I was like, really? Ward? Like, we just had Moniak in the lineup, and maybe he's struggling a bit, but I'd rather have him than Ward.
Well, they're trying to say he has a sore hip, but what was the excuse in Colorado? Well,
it was from that play where he tried to go to third, right, on the triple. He kind of, stuttered a little bit. That could be that could be a lingering thing there. I like the comments both Ryan and Eric had. I agree with both in a way. I mean, David Wells was a fat pitcher, but he was really good. But, man, I would love to get the Angels a starter and a reliever, and then you'll really see, when healthy, with Neto back, and with Moniak, if he ever gets right, and Ward, if he stops swinging at the first pitch and has these lazy fly balls that mean nothing. I hate that he leads off. I always talk about, last time I called, I was like, hey, what about the bullpens? Remember, there used to be a setup guy, 7th and 8th, and then you go to your closer in the 9th. Well, with the start of the lineups, man, it should be like your 2 speedsters and your reliable hitters, average hitters, first 2 batters. And then you get to your power 3 through 5.
Yeah.
And then 6 through 9, it's like just, throw your catcher in there, 8th or 9th, but have some other average hitters. That would make everything so simple, but analytics have ruined it for the game, where those power hitters or those important hitters have to bat first, second, or third. And it just doesn't make sense to me. I really hate it.
Well, yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So the teams like the Angels are trying to reinvent the wheel, and it's stupid. And one other thing I'm going to say real quick, James, I just want to put this out there. I know you mentioned a couple other guys. I'm not really sold on Moustakas at first base. That better not be the last move we take to get, a first baseman. If, Gio's not going to be there, if Walsh is not trustable or trusted the rest of the way, let's go out and get a power hitting first baseman.
I was thinking about, you said Goldsmith. I was like, well, damn, the Cardinals are going to ask for a ransom of people. And it's young players you don't want to get rid of. That's the thing. Walsh isn't a viable option. It's unfortunate. It's going to be very, very bad. Eric Ward mentions Gaylord Perry as a fat old school pitcher. I could think of Terry Forster, that had a big belly, and Letterman would always make fun of him and all that. So good going down memory lane here to pot belly pitchers back in the day. But I'll let someone else call in, probably Landon. I'll see everybody Saturday at the Tailgate. Check out the pre-games, of course, and all the other action we got here at Halos in the Infield. I hope it's going to be a fun July where we have games to, watch and be a important part of August and September. That's all we really want. I really want that. I want to be in a race for once. I don't want to be sellers. I want to be buyers. I want to win. I'm so sick of, 7 years of nothing, 8 years of actually having a winning season. I don't know how the 90s were with the Angels, but I know you lived it. But does this kind of feel like the 90s, late after 86? Does this feel like that era, but with like superstars?
No, I'll be honest with you. I started following baseball at 86. Like I was only 6 years old, so I was like Hunter, like a young Hunter. I was watching the games with my dad, but it was mostly postseason. That's the first thing I remember. And then it was like the next year was the Dodgers, watching them stupidly win their World Series, because that's the last time they've won it. Let's just be honest. But the years afterwards, like, I never expected anything, because that 86 season was my dad's season. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't pay attention to them going through the grind, making the playoffs. So after that, it's like they never made the playoffs till 2002. So the entire 90s run was just mediocre baseball, and you just come to expect that you're not going to be in the playoffs, that you're going to watch the Yankees be in there, you're going to watch the Braves and all those other teams, sprinkle in here and there. And
Jays.
Yeah, and then you just pretty much just watch the Angels have some nice players, and you watch other teams come to your house. Like I remember seeing Jose Canseco crush a home run. I'm forgetting if he was I think it was with Toronto, and they had Carlos Delgado and a couple other guys. And I just remember I watched that game one season. It was in '97, and a game versus Colorado. Yeah, they had. They also, and then there was Colorado had Larry Walker, Big Cat, Helton, and they
Dante Bichette.
Oh, yeah, it was before Helton. They had Bichette. They had who else did they have on that squad?
Eric Young.
Yeah, I just
Larry Walker.
Vinny Castilla.
Larry Walker.
Yeah, I remember because those two games, because I remember watching those and I was like, well, I like our lineup. But I couldn't. I was like, who's pitching for us? Like, I didn't realize who was pitching, and because it wasn't Finley and Langston, it was one guy named Jeff Juden and some other guy. Anyway, long story short, those two games, I swear to God, Colorado hit like 6 home runs against us, and then Canseco hit like the farthest home run I've ever seen live. Dude, I mean, Toronto crushed us. Delgado hit like 2 home runs. I mean, I was like, boy, we suck. So, yeah, the 90s were painful, bro.
That's what I always wondered. And real quick, I want in the off season, I read about the 1989 season, how they were in first place. They hosted the All-Star game, and then I guess they collapsed. It'd be cool to do a deep dive on that season.
Yeah, there's a couple seasons that are interesting from the 80s. I think another deep dive was I think me and Fernando did one last year, or no, in the off season. We did one on the strike season, and that team was pathetic because I think the Angels were something like close to 20 games under, but they were like 4 games out of first place. The first place Rangers were 10 games under at that point, and that was going to be one of the worst divisions of all time.
I gotta check that out. Was that about 1981?
94.
Oh, the 94. That's right.
Yep.
Right. I'm thinking of the 81 strike where they had like 2 seasons.
No, the 94 season was gonna be a really good season because you had Tony Gwynn was going for 400. He was right there at 400. Montreal was the best team in the league. The Giants looked really strong. I forget who was tearing it up in the American League, but you had some really, really good storylines, but it all got canceled out. And then the worst storyline was the AL West. The AL West was just trash.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll let y'all go. Landon's probably going to call in. Watch the pregame show around noon tomorrow. I'll see everybody later.
All right, brother. That is Big Game James. Let's see. Also, I want to see the Angels play with more passion, like Ohtani and Sandoval. They get fired up. All great teams have it, and we just don't have any leaders. Though that's the only problem. That's what holds this team back. Let's see. It's the Halo Honk line.
Finally, it is Grillmaster's back. Everybody, prepare for your emotional damage hearing my voice.
Uh-oh.
Emotional damage.
I am beyond pissed off right now because the only thing I want to yell is fuck!
So you enjoyed tonight's game?
No, I did not.
Yeah, it was tough.
I did not because, I mean, look, it was cool. Back-to-back triples. I mean, hey, I'll give credit where credit's due in that situation because hitting a triple is honestly pretty rare. Back-to-back, especially from Captain Clutch, Mike Trout. I'll give credit, props to the geriatric for doing that, but Jaime Barria, I was liking him, but now I don't know if I can root for him.
Well, I mean, you fall off pretty fast, but you know he was pitching really good till his last couple outings. Outside of that relief spot he came in for the Angels, like was brought up.
Game 1 in case.
Yeah, like you know who he brought up right there. James brought up the Jaime Barria stuff, but you know, like he's never been a guy that's going to pitch more. I mean, they don't give him more than 5 innings, dude. It's just that's his thing.
I mean, so this is like a pseudo bullpen game or something.
Unfortunately, you almost have to look at it like that, like where you don't want to have, you know, that's why, I mean, the other night when Ohtani pitched, it's like you kind of hope that Ohtani gives you that performance to where you don't have to go deep into the bullpen. That's why you had Tucker Davidson, you had Wantz and Loop come in because, like, you figure, you know, you could either throw it over to your main guys if he can, and they were already talking about, we can't use Estevez. You can't use this guy. It's like, oh, here we go.
Well, I get not using Carlos because pitched back-to-back games. But yes, still somehow let him go back-to-back games. Can't use Jacob Webb. He pitched back-to-back games, and he threw more pitches than Estevez did combined in both games. So I get that. But I want Andrew back. Sorry, but I wanted Andrew back out there because he was called up, and I had liked him this season. His cutter was great, and he established himself as a pretty decent reliever. It's just he sucked tonight. That was what it was. Homer Simpson would say he was one of the suckiest to ever suck in this game. He and Jaime.
Yeah, they weren't good at all. We've talked about that. Look, there's a couple other guys. Here's the thing. You had a couple injuries that hurt the Angels as far as bringing guys up. The fact that there's 2 things. Chase Silseth, when he's been brought up, has been very erratic. He would be a kind of a guy that you'd like to have back in the starting rotation. But Nevin's like, I want to make him a bullpen piece. And then right now he's down in AAA. The best viable option right now to come up and make a move, really, the Angels don't want to do it because we have too many lefties as it is, would be Jonathan Diaz. Right now, Jonathan Diaz. In 24 appearances or 24 games, he's got a 5-0 record, 2.92 ERA. 37 innings pitched, only 34 hits, only 17 runs allowed, 41 strikeouts, so he's averaging a strikeout per inning. He's been very solid.
This Jonathan's lifetime stats at the MLB level to his limited sample size?
Yeah, Jonathan's had – but see, the thing with Jonathan last year, too, is they only used him, I think it was 2 times, and I was magically at both of his starts. And both times he pitched 5 innings, and both times he didn't surrender a run. So he gave you Jaime numbers, but they wouldn't let him pitch past the 5th inning, although he didn't really have a high pitch count.
Like 60?
It was somewhere around 70 on both starts, and they didn't let him continue.
Well, remember who the coach was.
Yeah, it was the same guy.
Oh, wait, this was after we fired Joe.
Yeah, it was
That's
after. It was after we fired Joe. Yep.
But that's a shame. Of course, you saw Anna write the Q Bally's. I mean, at least we did something. And here's the thing, I was thinking because we were driving home from dinner, listening to the end of the game, and I were when we were struggling to get reception when we were in Coldwater Canyon. I was saying, okay, it's bases loaded. If Squid stays in the lineup, I know Todd is going to be screaming. But what I'm surprised is, and I was shouting because I know how you are, buddy. I've seen it since Squid started to play with us. Yep. And I was saying, okay, if pitch hit Moniak. They magically did, and not the greatest at bat versus Graven. Hit it hard to center, but right at Robert. But at least Nevin made the right decision there.
Yeah, but it was too late. I mean, he shouldn't have brought him in. I mean, Squid shouldn't have been in at all. They should have just brought Moniak in. I mean, again, he's not an outfielder. At least, I mean, I would have been good with Renifo, but nope, nothing there.
God, and here's the thing. I'm beginning to hate Renifo's my Squid now. I can't stand him anymore, and I've never liked him.
Yeah, he's batting only like, what, 200 or something like that, 209?
Can we throw him in a trade package? Like, get someone in there? I would honestly, we gave up Cole Crow and Landon Marceau, who I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Can we throw Renifo in a package with Cole Ingram or something like that?
Well, the thing is with Ingram, he shit the bed coming up, so that wasn't a good look for us. A guy like what is it? God, I'm just blanking on the name. You just brought him up. Segment of Renifo. So far in 69 games he's played with us already, right? He's got 40 hits and 197 at bats. He's only batting 203. So check this out. Last year he had 228 at bats. So he had 3 more at bats last year in 62. No. Wait, where is it? My bad.
Like 75 games or something?
No. Let me go back. I messed up right there. So he played 127 games last year. He had 511 at bats. He had 129 hits. He had 17 homers, 52 RBIs. If he could have gave us like 14 and 40 this year, I'd be happy, like super happy.
If he give me 10 and 35, I'll take it. But I mean, Renifo's barely done anything this year. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of okay with giving up on Renifo. My parents sometimes watch the game. They like Renifo because they feel like he's never gotten much of a fair shot. They also love Fletcher because he's so comparable to David Eckstein. At least that's what my dad would think.
Well, his on-base percentage was only 294 last year, and that was his best year, was at 264 batting average. But he did strike out 79 times. He struck out already 41 times this year. The only thing that's gotten better for him this year is he's got 23 walks in half the amount of games.
Walking, I've noticed.
Yeah, he's got more walks than he did in half the time last year. So, I mean, that's the only good thing. But he had 22 doubles. He's only got 5 this year. He had 17 home runs. He's only got 4. And he's only got 21 RBIs. Obviously, his numbers have gone way down. You could say that's because of inconsistent play. But when he's been given the chance, he hasn't hit.
And I can see a world, because it's Getaway Day tomorrow, and I want to talk about Getaway Day before I get off the phone here. If it's Getaway Day, I envision a world where a couple of things happen. A lot of runs are going to be scored because we are facing Fat Lance, who is 4-8 with a 6.4 ERA. Sandoval does not get run support. He's 4-6 with a 4.16 ERA. Lynn doesn't have Sandoval, I believe, has about 70. And because it's Getaway Day, I see a world where any of Ohtani and Trout get the day off, Worthing's off because Nevin Logic, Velasquez is getting a start, Renifo's getting playing time, Chad's in the lineup, among others.
Yeah, I almost guarantee you right now, David Fletcher will get a day off, Velasquez will start, Escobar will play, Moustakas will be in there, Trout might get a day off, who knows?
Yeah, because if you do that, then you've got and watch if Renifo plays, watch them bench Renfroe too, so your outfield would look like if you even somehow sit Ward. Watch them somehow drag out a lineup with the outfield of Renifo and left, Mickey in center, and
Renifo and Wright.
Renifo left, Renfro right, and Mickey Moniak in center.
I could see that because that's Nevin logic, you know. It's
getaway day. I mean, one of the previous getaway days we had, that was back when Brett Phillips was still with the team. And frankly, let's bring him back.
Well,
he's favorite Renifo. Bring back Brett Phillips. I want his defense and his clubhouse charisma.
Well, he's like one of the only ones that show any kind of life in the dugout. So I mean, most of those guys are pretty stoic. They don't say much. But again, I think this team, as soon as we shed Squid and get Neto back, is going to be 100 times better. You watch.
Yeah, and again, I look at CBS Sports for the injury updates. It keeps changing. Neto's out till past the D-back series.
Yeah, I don't expect him to because he's got to go on a rehab assignment too. So I don't see him coming back until the first series after the break. That's my prediction.
That's the Houston series at home.
Yeah, I think he's back.
I'm very worried about tomorrow. I'm worried about the D-back series. One guy to keep an eye out though for Arizona. His name is Corbin Carroll.
Oh yeah, I know about
Carroll
that.
Carroll is center field. Corbin Carroll. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard his stats. The matchups we face, we have 3 tough pitchers we're facing for Arizona. Friday night it's Merrill Kelly. We faced him in 2021. Kurt Suzuki hit a home run off of him, by the way, that year.
That means he sucks.
What did they just go over? Yeah, I'm on the 405 on the way home. I'm about to hit the 710. And then Saturday night when we're at the game, it's going to be Ryan Nelson.
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't know how good Ryan Nelson is.
But don't worry, we have Tyler Anderson going.
I expect a high-scoring affair because Tyler Anderson, even though he's actually pitched okay over his last few. And then on Sunday, it's that guy you might have heard about him for a while in the D-backs. His name is Zach Dallin.
Yeah, he's going to be an all-star. I think he's got like 10 wins already or something.
He's 10-2.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough series. Yeah. I mean, that's a first-place team. So when we circled this date for the podcast for our tailgate, I was like, oh, it's Arizona. You know, we should be able to wipe the floor with them, but not really.
They'll probably wipe the floor with us.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I think I had us in this series versus the White Sox coming in. I had us splitting this series from the top. Mm-hmm. I really cannot let that. I cannot live with myself if that becomes a reality. In the Arizona series, I have us losing 2 of 3. We win the opener and lose the next 2. Because Merrill Kelly, I think, is the most beatable pitcher in that mix of 3 pitchers between him, Nelson, and Galvin.
Well, we'll have to see, man. Because I call me a Halo honk for life, and shut up with the negativity.
Honk, honk, honk.
Yep. Because
the Angels suck. Fuck you, Roger. I'm kidding.
I think we're gonna win 3 out of 4. I think we're winning tomorrow because we win here and we win there.
I'm by winning.
Yes, we're by winning.
I win here and I win there.
Charlie Sheen who says that.
Yep. So we
just
should.
As I figured. So, how many home runs do you see us hitting off of the Fat Man tomorrow?
At least 3. At least 3.
Because hey, if we hit 1 home runs off the Fat Man, our team will be looking fat with a PH.
I'll let it go with that. But as long as we score on Lynn tomorrow, and we get any kind of Sandoval's not trying to blow people away with a 2-strike fastball, we should win. If he relies on his sliders and other stuff, we should be all right.
Change up down, middle, slider. Give me up and away or up and in.
There you go. All right, Grillmaster, we'll have a safe ride.
That was a long call.
I know.
Yeah, I will have a safe drive home. I'm in Long Beach, almost home. I'll listen to the rest of the show. Let's get that win, and without trying to honk our honks, let's go Angels, and let's hope we wallet some baseballs and hope it's the beautiful chat that does it as well in one of them.
Oh, God.
Later.
Why did I leave you on so long? All right, Grillmaster, later. Let's see. Also, Roberto says, Todd, do you think this team is good enough to win the division? I would have said that if the coaching was better. I would say that if the coaching is better. I would say that, too, if this team was consistent hitting. Even with all the pitching mishaps we've had at times, if this team was a consistent hitter and they had better coaching, if they were consistent in hitting, this team would be miles ahead of where it's at right now. But right now, I'd have to say wild card team. I would say a 70% chance. I can't when they lose games like this and fall more than 5 games out. I have to say that I can't smell the division. It's not under 5. I'm not thinking about the division. If they could somehow make it by the All-Star break down to 4 or 3 games, all bets are off, all hands on deck. Let's make some trades. Let's be buyers. Let's try to go all in to try to make the postseason. But it's going to be hard. Obviously, you want to win the division, and it's easier route to get into the postseason. But the wild card's going to be tough, man. I mean, you have the entire American League East to battle with, and then you also have to worry about the second-place team in the Houston Astros, which I don't think will be second place for very much longer. Sean, it's Roberto also. Eric says, I'll answer for ToddFox. No. Roberto Christian says, the Angels seem so mediocre at times. They struggle against mediocre pitching because they always play down to their opponent. Or they play up. I mean, sometimes you'll see them play really good against Houston or against the Yankees, and you're like, man, this team can play with the best in the league, just for them to play against the freaking Royals and play down to them. Sean says, your hair looks like Marv Albert with the czar of the Telecaster, Mike Fratello. Remember those 2 calling games? Yeah, that's when the NBC on NBC was the best, dude. I'm telling you, that is still one of my favorite intros to listen to. And it gives me goosebumps because I used to wake up on Sunday and watch the NBA. I mean, I used to be all about the NBA at times. I used to love the freaking theme song. It was the best. But it has not been good. The NBA sucks over the last few years. I refuse to watch it. But there was a day where I was addicted to watching the NBA basketball, and I think it stopped around 2008 or 9, maybe around 10, right after the Celtics and Lakers. Come on. You can't get pumped up for this? And being a Sonics fan and seeing Sean Kemp and the Rain Man and them facing Utah and the Suns and the Lakers and then you had the back east matchups. I mean, the NBA was cool. It sucks now because there are no rivalries. Everyone's soft. Everyone takes time off. It's a bullshit league. But, man, it was so much fun back in the day. So much fun. So you need to part your hair to the left. Can you play Burn It Down by Linkin Park, Eddie Perez? Why, sure I can play on the top of the hour. I can play it right now. Because that's what happens when they play terrible. You want to burn it down. I can't play it for very long, obviously. I would much rather prefer to play the freaking, what's it called? The cover. But let's see what I got here. Let's get to the chorus. So there's a long intro. That's a badass song, though. Transformers it was in. It was pretty awesome. See, that's the part where it says we're building it up to break it back down. That's I had an Oakland fan tell me that one time. He's like, bro, we always build it up just to break it back down. I'm like, that sucks. But at least you guys smell and get to the playoffs. You might go for 1 or 2 years and then break it back down and lose all your players, but at least you're fun for a while. We have not been able to say that about our team for a while. Marv's hairpiece was a thing of beauty. No Stukas over Disneyland. We suck again tonight. Yes, we do. Bucks and Celtics are good battles, but that's about it, Sean. And I haven't watched any basketball in a while, dude. It's so much wrong with that sport. JoJo on the radio, Kiss FM, Savage Garden. Did somebody say Savage Garden? I'm going to find some Savage Garden. How about this guy right here? And on a new beginning, a reason for living. Hit the hook, baby. Hit the hook. I wanna stand with you on a mountain. Why? And I wanna bathe with you in the sea. Till when? And I wanna lay like this forever. For how long? Until the sky falls down on me. There's your Kiss FM right there. Sorry, I just had to go right there. Oh, man, Savage Garden is the best. How about the Titanic theme? Tonight's game was a train wreck, and I don't know any songs about trains, Silent E. Well, we did play the part from Titanic movie. We're going to save that for if and when it happens, when this team finally hits that barrier, and I think we can all accept the fact that they're not going to make the playoffs, which has been the problem for the last 8 years. But I'm telling you right now, as far as the team's concerned, I'm going to save that because I don't want to be the violin guys as the ship is sinking. But if it does get to that point this season, you best believe we'll be playing that here on Kiss F. I mean, Halos in the infield. Must win tomorrow. Get the lighters out until the morning. We got to win tomorrow. Yeah, there's no doubt. And by the way, real quick, Grillmaster brought up Corbin Carroll. The dude's only 22 years old. This was a guy that when I think 2 years ago, including last year, Angel fans were mentioning him. And I'm so oblivious to the National League West because I never give the Giants, the Diamondbacks, or the Rockies. I don't pay attention to them because to me it was a two-team race the last couple of years, Padres, Dodgers, and even then it was mostly Dodgers because they walk into the playoffs. And so when they kept saying, man, I really, really want the Angels to get Corbin Carroll, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I keep hearing about him. And I really didn't. I was like looking at his numbers last year. I'm like, hey, he looks like a mediocre hitter. And some Angel fans will give him credit on here. And on last year's chat, they were like, we got to get this guy. He's going to be a superstar. And lo and behold, every time I've seen an Arizona Diamondbacks highlight reel of a game, he's always popping up with that long hair. In 280 at bats, he's got 82 hits. 17 homers, 44 RBIs, 23 stolen bases are a 293 average, a 370 on-base percentage, and a 568 slugging. The guy is the real deal, and that's only in 77 games. So he's definitely one of the mainstays right there in Arizona, that youth movement that's going to be fun to watch. Hopefully they don't kick our ass when they come to play us, but we'll see. Did you hear the fans saying Moose? Yeah, I've seen it since they've come up. They've been really since he's come up here. They've been really pushing the whole the Moose thing. It's your boy says, I want to bathe with you in the sea. Yeah, that is one of the fire lyrics in that song. That's got a lot. Todd, you should play another Savage Garden rock classic. I loved you before I met you. Cringe. Well, let's go to that real quick before. Let's see. I loved you before. Oh my God. I knew you. Let's see. I'm gonna play the cover part of it again because I can't play the goddamn real one. Oh yeah, it's just that one right here. Wait, you got two guys that are singing it. Wait, and there's this kid right here. This has got to be cringe. This has got to be cringe. I don't think this is any good, but we're gonna go with it because that's what we have to. God damn it! And it gives me an advertisement that I can't skip. Freaking YouTube, dude. Freaking YouTube. Garbage. Let's try it again. Oh, hold on. Another advertisement. Boy, they really want me to wait to see this kid sing this song, don't they? This better be worth it, Eric. Let's get to it. He's got headphones on. He's in a studio.
There it goes. I think I found my
There's no way this is his voice.
I know
that is a fucking lip syncing if I've ever seen it.
Crazy, but I believe I knew I loved you.
Okay. If you're anywhere close to a computer or your phone, look up I Knew I Loved You, Savage Garden, Renee or Rayne. It's Reyne cover. Look it up and tell me if this is that dude's voice. Because if this is his real voice, he's got 828,000 subscribers. This is bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. This is lip syncing 101. There's no way. If he has this voice, I don't care if he looks like a nerd that should be playing, and no offense to nerds, but this kid looks like he should be playing World of Warcraft or maybe, playing with his Switch all day, literally, or his Nintendo Switch. But I think there's no way this dude is really singing this song. He should have a contract. He should be on American Idol. There's no way that's his fucking voice. Bullshit. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. Coast 103.5 love songs on the coast right now. Guess what sports Angus Young played? I have no idea. Let's see. Eric Ward says you're welcome. Now I'm going to have that in my head all night. It's whiny rock if you ever heard it, or whiny music, I swear to God, because it's 79 degrees on the coast. It's the Halo Honk Line.
Oh, Todd. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Is this Paul Bear?
This is Paul Bear. And I wanted to call in for the first time, because I heard your show is awesome.
You're calling from the grave. That's awesome, bro.
Well, I did notice the Undertaker.
Jeez.
I just wanted to comment on the Angels. What happened tonight, man? It's not fair. We thought we were going to get a sweep, but we lost 11-5.
We needed you to do the tombstone, or have Undertaker do the tombstone on these hitters. They killed us tonight.
Well, hopefully tomorrow we'll win. And if
I know that, dude.
I'm gonna cry out loud, "Oh, dear God!" And then I'm gonna have to go to the restroom and take a dump.
Paul Bear taking a dump. That's not what I want to see or hear.
Oh, well, I just wanted to call in, and once again, you're having a great show, sir, and keep up the good work. And for all the Halo fans out there, honk away! Oh, yeah!
All right, Paul Bear calling in from the grave. I guess that's our hotline to heaven caller right there. That's pretty good. Pretty good, right? Oh, man. There you go. Let's see. Reminds me of Mr. Bill Lane. Geez, Grillmaster's giving us the freaking the highway report tonight. Freeway. Mundane narrator right there. LOL. Sounding like Hammer. I don't think Hammer can ever sound like that. I heard the Rams or Niners might go after Cousins. Geez, that's terrible. The Lance lost his starting job. Purdy is the Niners starting quarterback. Oh, geez. Good luck there. I don't think that's going to work out very good. I want to build a team like the Orioles are doing. Oh, man. Where are you coasting tonight? Why are we still on right now? That's why I want to know. I'm causing everybody
emotional damage.
Because, man, it's terrible tonight. After a game like this, we're all screaming, "What the fuck?" It is terrible tonight. I really, really hope the Angels can turn it around tomorrow. It's a day game. I won't be on. I'm probably going to be listening to the whole damn game. Because if it starts at 1, traffic coming home, yeah, I'm probably not going to come on till like 6 or 7 tomorrow, if I do. Because it's going to be, it's going to be like 7 o'clock maybe if I do. If not, because I still got to get home and eat and all that stuff. And it's going to be a sick 9 to 5 tomorrow. That's going to blow. So, anyway, we're a couple days from the tailgate. Hopefully everyone can come out and catch the game. How dare you, Silent E? How dare you?
How dare you?
Squid for MVP. Fuck that. Anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Go Angels. And I think Paul Bearer played us out right there. Oh, man. We gotta win tomorrow. Can't lose 2 of 4 to the goddamn White Sox. That's all I'm saying. Have a good night, everybody.